I think we played well today. I know what's made the difference. They've got on the end of 2 very good crosses and 2 very good finishes, and we put good crosses in, haven't got on the end of our crosses, and 1-0 up. We had the ascendancy, we were in front, we'd played particularly well for the first hour. We kept the pressure on for the 10 minutes after we scored. And they've capitalised on 2 very good crosses with 2 good finishes. And I've just answered the question, suggesting we threw the game away. We didn't throw the game away. We didn't suddenly lose concentration or stop trying to attack. They put 2 very bits of good play in, so Doncaster had a part to play in their comeback, and they took chances, and we had some today, and we just didn't get on the end of some good crosses. So it's a game that we'd have hoped to turn that into a 3-0 win. From where we were, how well we were playing, and how much focus and concentration we had in the team, I'd like to turn that into a 3-0 win, and somehow we've come away losing it 3-1.
The formation changed at the beginning of the game, one that I can't remember seeing too many times this season. It seemed to really have an effect on the team and seemed to really work.
Well, we had little choice really. We had 5 or 6 central defenders unavailable to play. So as a manager, you've got to come up with something that gets the best out of your players. So when those circumstances arise, you've got to do something about it. You can't just accept it. So we had a problem today in defence, and there's no doubt about it. So I tried to encourage the players to play a way that suited them, but it was certainly something we haven't worked on or planned more than the last 24 hours. But with Troy and Jordan Tilson and Ethan Ampadu and Jordan Moore-Taylor missing, it was a tricky composition, but the players took to it very well and played some really good football, and I'm really impressed with how assertive they played as a team. But we've come away with nothing, but we've just got to keep our heads up and keep playing.
Would that be something that you might think about using again when you get some of the more regular centre-backs back at all? They could slot in the 3 of them back there, possibly?
Well, of course, we played no centre-back today. We played with 2 full-backs and Matt Oakley, the big line midfield player, in the back. It was kind of, call it what you want, but it was a ballsy way of playing, but we had no choice. Sometimes there was no decision to make. We had to do something that revolved around having no centre backs. And we played a while. I thought we played really well today. We played really well and got the goal, and Darren Ferguson came off today and said he didn't deserve that, and I tend to agree with him, but that's where it goes sometimes.
Well, you mentioned that it was 2 or 3 really good crosses from them, and you had your chances as well. Is it one of those this game a classic sort of example? If you get that second goal, it kills the game. The importance of that second goal.
Yeah, of course it does. But because they're a really good team, and they're entitled to change, and they're 1-0 down. They've got 30 minutes to go and 1-0 down. They've got nothing to lose. That's just as important as what we do. So we just couldn't quite get the second, but during the course of the day we put some good crosses in across the face of the box, and when they did it today, they scored, and when we did it, we didn't score, and you just got to keep going.
I think everyone's getting bored about it, but I mean, this home record goes on without a win in the league so far. More performances like that, especially, will really be encouraging for you that it's just a matter of time.
Yeah, well, thank you very much for saying so. Yeah, we've had, other than the Cambridge game a week or so ago, we've had, I think, some really purposeful and positive home performances. The first half of the FA Cup game against Luton and the Grimsby game before that, I think we played pretty well. It just has to continue, and that's what we can do. What else can we do? We don't look like a side short in vigour and energy and purpose, but we've got that, so we'll keep going. It's no doubt about it.
And just finally, is there any sort of update on all the injuries? I mean, Troy Brown was on the bench.
Well, Troy Brown's been back in training a week, and he certainly wasn't fit enough to start the game, so he was on the bench in this case of an emergency. Troy Archibald-Hendrill's going to be out for a while. He took a very nasty tackle in the reserve game last week against Swindon, and he's now going to be out for a while, unfortunately. Different injury than he's had before, so very bad news for him.
Bad luck for him.
Bad luck, frustrating, embarrassing. It's just you know, a really disappointing situation. So, and it's all got back to a really bad tackle. So Troy's going to be a while. Then you look at Jordan Tilson, hopefully 2 or 3 weeks. Ryan Harley 2 or 3 weeks. Jordan Mortello, I don't know. He's got an awful leg, back of a tackle leg last week. So, but in terms of the long-term injuries, you know, Troy Brown obviously is making progress now, and hopefully Ryan and Jordan Tilson won't be too long to follow. But Christy Pym maybe a week or two. But there we are. You know, we just have to accept that's the way it is at the moment and keep going.